Hello, it's your girl Cheyenne back at it again with another video. In today's video, I kind of wanted to piggyback from my last video, which just talks about different ways that you can elevate your physical appearance without breaking the bank. Today's video will be more about small habits that you can apply that will make you feel and look like a confident woman with money and high standards. Practice these habits frequently, and I promise you will reap real results without spending a dime. So stay tuned to discover ways that you can elevate your confidence, presence, and style for free. So my first tip for you ladies is to walk and talk slower than what you usually consider normal. Let me explain why. A confident woman is not rushed or flustered. She speaks and moves with intent and purpose. Speaking slower simply makes people view you as competent, credible, trustworthy, and easy to understand. They lean in to listen to every word you say. Walking and moving slower simply makes you look chic and elegant. The key for this tip and the key for this whole video really is to never look rushed, flustered, or chaotic. A calm pace equals a calm authority. This next tip might be a bit controversial, especially for my ladies out there, but it's to be punctual. Be on time, girl. Arriving on time reveals how serious people should take you, and it displays respect for others as well. Arriving late too many times is a reflection of your discipline, character, and what you deem to be important, like your priorities. Being late too many times will make people expect less of you. They will begin to see you as untrustworthy, unreliable, and we don't want that. However, punctuality shows that you're reliable, that you follow through on your commitments. Plus, arriving about 10 or 15 minutes earlier than you normally would will allow you to set your own pace in your own space. What I mean by this is that when you're late, you're flustered, you're trying to get your thoughts together, you're trying to get your papers organized, and you just look kind of chaotic. Because you've arrived late, you're now entering into someone else's space. You're now entering into a space that other people were already in. They're already settled, they're already comfortable, they've already set the vibe, and you're coming in late, arriving into the vibe that they originally set. But when you're early, you can set your own space. You can choose your own seat. You can learn the room. You can relax, and then it will begin to feel like other people are joining your space. This is such an underrated way to display elegance. Next, you must, and I mean must, develop a cleaner vocabulary. Looking elegant doesn't mean much if you have a potty mouth or if you're using filler words like and every few sentences. The best way, in my personal opinion, to improve your vocabulary is to read books aloud. This is such an underrated way to develop a cleaner vocabulary, and reading books is a chic habit in and of itself, okay? This next habit is probably one of my favorites, and that is to never over-explain or overshare. Most people tend to over-explain to clarify their intentions or because they feel misunderstood. But what people don't realize is the more you explain, the more access you allow others to have to you. You know, when you're flustered and without even thinking clearly, you might end up sharing information that's not even other people's business. Oversharing and over-explaining creates room for others' opinions, judgments, critiques, suggestions. And all these things are super unnecessary for your benefit or for your growth. We don't care what they have to say or what they think. So you must learn to share what is necessary. Keep your life private, say what you mean what you say, and learn to keep people curious about you. This creates intrigue. You become super mysterious when you keep your cards close. My next tip is to use people's names when you greet them, throughout conversation, or even both. When you use people's names, it makes them feel important and it makes them feel seen. When you make people feel important, it increases their likability towards you. People often remember how you make them feel. So if you make someone feel important or feel seen by using their name, they will naturally gravitate towards you. And for a bonus, use the names of people who work in humble positions. I'm talking about servers, janitors, assistants, etc., etc. This habit will both allow you to look elegant as well as kind. The next tip I have for you ladies is to work on having good posture. When you slouch, you're not even realizing that it shrinks you. This is not a habit of an elegant woman, but standing tall makes you take up space in the most elegant way. This gives silent luxury, makes you seem youthful, and having good posture has many different health benefits in and of itself. This next tip, Again, a little controversial and even something that I'm still working on to this very day, organizing your purse. Searching through a cluttered bag gives chaotic. Once again, we do not want that. Everything in your purse should have its place. This minor detail reveals how well you treat your possessions and how organized you really are. How you take care of your space reflects you as a person. This next tip is something, again, so underrated, one of my favorites, and something that you can put into practice today. You must understand the importance of eye contact. And no, I don't mean holding eye contact for 100% of the conversation. This could either come across as awkward or like you're trying to intimidate the other person. And again, we don't want that. Eye contact is a powerful nonverbal cue that builds connection, confidence, and trust. Poor eye contact can make you seem insecure, disinterested, or even untrustworthy. A good trait of an elegant, confident woman is having the ability to make others feel seen and important, thus building great connections and rapport with others. Next, and again, one of my favorites, that is to say no without any justifications. I know you guys have heard recently that no is a complete sentence, and that is a fact, okay? You absolutely do not have to explain the reason for why you said no to doing something that you didn't really want to do in the first place. It's none of their business, and it's not your job to make them feel better about why you said no. You should never feel obligated to do something that you do not want to do. Some people will go on about how sorry they are for saying no, and they will spend so much time justifying the reason for saying no in the first place. But you don't have to do that. You don't owe that to anyone. Agreeing to do things that you really don't want to do, i.e., people pleasing, isn't the definition of a good person. You're not a terrible person for saying no. You can never realistically please everyone, and the people are rarely pleased anyway, so you may as well just do what you want to do. Last but certainly not least, protect your peace. Sometimes in life, you just have to distance yourself from things that no longer serve purpose in your life. And not only things, but people as well. Protecting your peace simply makes you emotionally grounded with yourself. You cannot spend time forcing your presence in areas where your presence is not valued. Once you realize that everything does not deserve a reaction, you then become more calm, more confident, and more magnetic. One thing for certain, two things for sure. Luxury is not just about money. It's about the standards that you live by and have set for yourself. It's revealed in the fine print, in the details, in the gestures, in the choices that you make. You are in control of your own life. I say this all the time. You're the author of your own autobiography. You are absolutely the author of the story that you want to share with this world. Once you remember that fact, these very habits that I've shared with you in this video, these habits that cost absolutely zero money, have the ability to change everything about how you're perceived by others. I hope this video reaches who it needs to. I hope the algorithm does whatever it needs to do so that this video reaches whoever it needs to. And until next time, I will see you guys in my next video. Peace.